Hi, this is Brad Linder with Liliputing, and this is the Asus Transformer Book T100. Now, why is it called the Transformer Book? It just looks like a regular laptop. But you can actually detach the screen and use it as a tablet. All the important bits are in the tablet section, but there's also this keyboard dock that comes standard with the device. Now, unlike the Asus Transformer Pad series of Android tablets, there's no battery in the keyboard, but you don't necessarily need one, because you should be able to get around 10-11 hours of battery life, according to Asus, from the tablet alone. I haven't necessarily been able to test that yet. I've only had this for a few hours, but I wanted to give you some first impressions. Now, the keyboard, it's got a pretty small touchpad. It's not necessarily the easiest to use, but it's a touchscreen device, so you don't necessarily need to use this, and there's a full-size USB 3.0 port. You can plug in a mouse or some other pointing device if you really wanted to. Keys are a little bit smaller than a full-size keyboard, but that's because this is designed to go with a 10-inch tablet screen. When you dock everything into place, it holds together very nicely and really does feel like a laptop, and this is all very sturdy, so you can use it on your lap if you wanted to. There's a Windows button, volume button on the side. Up here is a power button. And on the other side we've got a micro SD card slot, micro USB, micro HDMI, and headset jack. In terms of performance, again, I've only had this a little while, but I've run a couple of tests, and it has an Intel Atom Bay Trail processor, 2 gigabytes of RAM, and this particular model has 64 gigs of storage from a solid-state drive. And I've been pretty impressed with what you can get from Bay Trail. Intel's Atom processors are really designed as sort of low-power chips that are not necessarily performance-based, or at least they haven't been in the past. But that's kind of changed with Bay Trail. So in terms of audio and video transcoding and other CPU-intensive tasks, I found that so far this seems to be more on par with what I would have expected from a Celeron processor than anything that you'd expect from Atom. But at the same time, it's a relatively low power chip that does help offer a long battery life. One of the things that's interesting about this is it actually charges from a micro USB port. You'll notice I didn't point out any power adapter jacks on the side. It's not the fastest to charge, but it is also pretty slow to lose its charge, which is a nice thing. You can see that we've got the Windows 8.1 user interface here. Full screen applications. I'm using the Google Chrome web browser here. It's got a nice touch-friendly user interface, and it's pretty snappy in terms of scrolling, loading pages, and so forth. And I can also switch and use it as a desktop-style application. So it loads pages pretty quickly, runs pretty much most activities that I've tried so far pretty well. Let's go ahead and launch a video.
Hi, this is Brad Linder with Liliputing, and
So videos play nicely. I'm going to just go ahead and launch Handbrake here. I'm actually not planning to encode a video. Just wanted to sort of show you that we've got full desktop applications, 1366 by 768 pixel display, and actually in the background right now it's still installing Microsoft Office. It comes with a license key for Office Home and Student 2013, and in another 11% it'll be finished installing it, and we can take a look and see how that works. Other applications I've tried, the Windows 8 version, or Windows 8.1 version of the Amazon Kindle application works pretty well for reading ebooks, and you can see that the viewing angles on the screen pretty good. Still says 89%. Okay, well that might not finish before we're ready for it. Also with Windows 8, you can see here that we've got this universal search application now. So we've got on the side here access to change screen brightness or turn on and off audio brightness and other settings that are on my computer. But then on this side we've actually got web results. So it takes a little getting used to the fact that you're basically using the same search box for web results and local results, but once you do get used to it, it's not so bad. Now that's interesting that if we pull up the on-screen keyboard, even though we're plugged into a keyboard here, that doesn't happen, I don't think, when you're in desktop mode. No, it does. So there we go. As soon as you start typing, it goes away. So Windows 8, sort of gets a lot of criticism for having this schizophrenic user interface where it's sort of touch and keyboard and mouse input. But in terms of what you can do with a device that has a touch screen and then an optional keyboard, it works pretty well together, I'd say. So I'm not sure, again, that we're going to actually finish installing Office. So I won't check that out in this video, but stay tuned. We'll have a full review of Windows 8.1 running on the Asus Transformer Book T100 coming up relatively soon at Liliputing. And we're going to have a little cameo by my cat Lainey here, who just wants to say hi. Say hi, Lainey. She's been sort of invading in the background here for the last few minutes, and now she's going to go check out the window. Anyways, while Lainey passes her judgment, like I said, it's a little too early to pass judgment, but in terms of design, small keyboard, small touchpad, good touch responsiveness, nice display, and pretty impressive performance. Now that's going to be true of many new Windows 8 devices with Bay Trail processors, but one of the things that really makes this guy special is the fact that it comes with, or it sells for just $350 and up. Now the $350 model has 32 gigs of storage. If you think you might need more than that, if you're planning to use it for games or watching lots of movies or listening to a lot of music or other things, you're going to want to maybe invest in the model that has 64 gigs of storage. But there is also that micro SD card slot if you need more storage space. Okay, well, apparently somebody wants me to stop this video, so I'm going to do that now. Stay tuned to liliputing.com for more details about the Asus Transformer Book T100. This is Brad Linder and Lainey.